Hey everyone, this is Laurie Delcradecki, and today I'm going to come to you with one of my little Laurie's lessons on part of my We All Have Choices series. And today is going to be called The Power of Daily Decisions. And so our topic is one that it truly shapes every part of your life, right? And you might not even realize how powerful it is until you actually just step back and take a look at it. So I want you to think about this for a minute. Before you even hit the floor in the morning, you've already made some decisions, right? Because when your alarm rings, do you get up or do you hit the snooze? When your mind starts racing, do you choose gratitude or do you choose stress? When you walk into your kitchen, do you fuel your body or do you sabotage your energy? So you see where I'm going here? Every one of those moments is a choice. And the beautiful truth is every choice creates a direction. Every single choice moves you closer to the woman that you want to become or further from her. And most people underestimate the small choices. But really, that's where the transformation happens. All those decisions are the steering wheel for your life. So I want you to imagine driving a car. Your daily decisions are the steering wheel. You don't just turn the steering wheel once and then end up at your destination, right? You adjust it every few seconds to stay in your lane, to stay on the road, right? And your life works the same way. You don't just decide one day to be healthy. You decide every day, meal by meal and moment by moment. Now, like with that choice, it doesn't mean that you can't have a cheat meal every once in a while or something that's just fun. But when you make those choices every day, that's where it makes the big difference. You don't decide once to walk in faith. You decide with every test, with every emotion, and with every curveball that's thrown your way. And the same thing, you don't decide once to build a strong business. You decide with every phone call, with each follow up, and with each time you choose that consistency over the convenience of laying on the couch, of watching a movie, of not taking that phone call. That daily decision decides your destiny. And so think about it, those small choices, when you add them up, compound into a big change. So in a lot of my coaching sessions with people, they often say to me, Laurie, I want to change my life. But they're waiting for that big moment. They're waiting for that magic moment. They're waiting for that perfect moment, right? When I have all the bills paid off, when the kids are in college, when the kids are grown. Um, we want to wait to have kids before this perfect time. But let me give you a truth that will free you. Your life doesn't change when you make huge decisions. Your life changes every day when you make small decisions consistently. You choose to walk 10 more minutes a day. You choose to drink the water. You choose to kindly speak to yourself. That was one huge one for me, and I still work on it all the time. But I've always been the best cheerleader for everybody else and very critical for myself. And that was really hard for me to start choosing that kindness to myself. Choose to be grateful. Choose to show up for your business. Choose to pray instead of worry or stress. All those are invisible choices, but that invisible builds a visible transformation. When I wrote my book, We All Have Choices, it wasn't just one decision. One, it was God pushing me for several months, long time, about writing the book. And it was hundreds of small decisions. Write a paragraph, edit a page, be vulnerable, keep going even when it hurts, and showing up when I didn't feel like it. Small choices create momentum, and then momentum builds growth, and then growth becomes your breakthrough. So, some choices that will shape your identity. We're going to go deeper now, right? And so, your choices are not just actions, they are identity builders. Every time you choose discipline, you become a more disciplined person. Now, I know lots of people that are disciplined in one area and terrible in another area. I know for me, I'm very disciplined in work. I could work and work and work and work. I love what I do, and I could just do it all the time. And I have to discipline myself in the other areas of doing other things, like going in the gym that's right across from my office. Like, even, spending time just for myself instead of drowning myself in business, which is what I did for a while. And so you have to find that discipline and the perfect balance. And every time you choose self respect, you become a more confident person. And every time you choose faith, you become a stronger believer because you see the results. And every time you choose joy, you become happier, you become lighter, you become a freer woman. Like, just try it. The next time you're sad, depressed, anxious, stressed, think about something, write something down, find your gratitude journal, and read something that you wrote before, and it's going to help you. But on the same note, the opposite is true. Every time you choose avoidance, you reinforce that fear. And every time you choose excuses, you reinforce that procrastination. And every time you choose chaos, you reinforce that overwhelm. So who you are becoming is shaped by what you choose. You literally create your future self one decision at a time. So when you learn to ask better questions, that's going to lead to better choices. So when you don't know what choice to make, just ask yourself, does this decision move me closer to the woman I want to be? And one thing you can do is you can ask your subconscious, you can ask your higher self, you can ask your spirit, right? Because if you're saved, we all have the Holy Spirit inside of us. So if you stand in one spot and you ask yourself a yes or no question, you'll feel your body kind of move a little forward if it's a yes. And you'll feel your body kind of move a little backwards if it's a no. Your subconscious is so much smarter than your conscious is. They say, that Einstein only tapped into 10% of his brain. So surely we tap into way percent less, right? And so if you can ask your subconscious questions, then you can get better answers. So ask yourself, you're thinking about, I do it all the time. Like, should I, is this vitamin good for me? I have a ton of vitamins in my cabinet, right? I like to be healthy. And even though a certain vitamin might be good, it might not be good for you, for your body that day. And your body might need it tomorrow, or it might have needed it yesterday, but today you might not need it. So it's just simple things. But once you start working on doing some of those simple things, asking yourself those questions, then the bigger, more important things, you'll be able to be more in tune to those. And so if the answer is no, then don't choose it. So try some of these powerful questions. And the same thing, like asking yourself those, like I said, those are yes and no questions. But you can also ask yourself other things because it's going to make your brain start thinking. So, like, what is one choice I can make today that aligns with my goals? And when you ask yourself a question like that, your brain goes to work. And it will bring into your mindset ideas that will help you in that place. Same thing. What's one choice that honors my health today? What's one choice that honors my peace today? What's one choice that honors my calling today? What's one choice that honors God? So think about those things. And when you improve your questions, then you improve your direction. And so you're never stuck. I hear people say that all the time. I'm stuck here, I'm stuck there, whatever. You're not stuck. You're never stuck. You're literally one choice away. You just need to make a choice. And so, one of my favorite reminders, and I say this often to people, is you are one good choice away from shifting your entire life. So if you don't like your life, think about your choices. Make conscious choices every day. Every little thing. Make conscious choices. One decision can break a pattern. One decision could rebuild your confidence. One decision could restore hope. One decision could realign you spiritually, emotionally, physically, even financially. You are never stuck and you're never trapped. And you're never powerless. You always have the gift of choice. God gave that to us. So start today with just one intentional choice. I want you to choose one thing today, not 20, not a whole life overhaul. I mean, those things can be great, but a lot of times that's also where, we have it's coming up, the New Year's resolutions. You have a list of 50 things, and then pretty soon you don't have anything, right? Things fall off quickly. Choose just one thing today. One powerful, intentional choice that aligns with the direction you want to go. Maybe it's drink your water that you're supposed to drink for the day. Maybe it's go for a walk. Maybe it's add, if you like, I always check my steps. That's about the only thing I use this watch for. But check your steps. And maybe your average is 10,000 steps. Maybe your average is 5,000 steps. Change it to add on 500 more, just a little bit more. Write in your gratitude journal. Speak kindly to yourself. Whenever you catch yourself saying something that's not nice to yourself, even if you don't say it out loud, you can say it in your head. Your subconscious still hears it. Make that business call that you've been putting off. Or release something unhealthy. What's something unhealthy that you've been doing? Whether it's smoking, vaping, drinking, sitting on the couch too much, whatever it is, think of anything and release one thing. And maybe not even all the time, maybe one day a week. Pray over your day every day. I pray in the morning for God to watch over my steps and to bring to me people I can help throughout the day. And I pray in the evenings over the safety and security of all my family and us and our health. And, think of what you can pray about. And then set a boundary. I know one thing, I used to say yes to way too many things. And Kevin has helped me say no to some of those things. And so, but think about that. Like, set some boundaries in your life that even protects you. Because I would do everything for everybody, business and personal wise, and I would neglect myself. It would be last. And I got to where I started picking me some. And so, and then lastly, just like my book, you can even smile through your tears if that's the way it has to be. There's times in everybody's life that it's hard to see through those tears. I'm even feeling it just saying that because I remember some of those times. And when you can smile through it, regardless, and smile at that pretty, beautiful vase on the wall and how pretty it is, how blue it is, it does help it to be better. And taking those moments and just changing the shift in your mindset helps. And those small choices create big results when they're made consistently. And so just remember, you are the author of your life. God gave you free will, not so you'd be overwhelmed, but so you would be empowered. Every single sunrise gives you brand new choices. So if you made a bad decision yesterday or one that you're just not happy with, tomorrow's a new day. Every moment is a fresh start. And every decision is a seed. And your daily decisions will grow the life that you desire if you choose it with intention. So I want you to remember, choose well, choose boldly, choose joyfully, choose the life that God designed for you, one decision at a time. If you'd like to share some of your choices with me, I would love to hear them. I would love to cheerlead you on. I would love to support you on it. And if you have any comments or ideas about this training, please post them below, message me, private message me, however you want to get in touch. I love hearing stories from people that these trainings have helped. And thank you so much for tuning in today. And I will see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.